of him as the light of the world. Whenever people talk about Christmas or in history, when they talk about 1914, they talk about the amalgamation of Nigeria. But people forget that on the 25th of December 1914, during the First World War, something unique happened. And that came into history as what is today known as the Christmas truce. And how did it happen? The German soldiers, they were in the trenches fighting the French and the English soldiers. And they were fighting, shooting each other down to the night of 24th of December. And the moment it clocked 12 midnight of 24th of December, breaking into 25th of December 1914, a nearby church bell rang. And they looked at their watch. They knew that they entered 25th of December. All of them, without any command and telling them what to do, they seized fire. And the German soldiers exchanged gifts with the French and the English soldiers. And that truce lasted for 24 hours. Immediately after the end of 25th, breaking into 26th of December, they picked up arms again and started killing one another. But the message is that Jesus Christ, the light of the world, was able to shine into the hearts of soldiers who were killing each other, telling them, look here, I am the light of the world. And whenever the light of the world penetrates your mind, you begin to think differently. Chapter 2, verse 4, about Jesus when he comes as the Messiah. That he will judge between the nations and settle disputes for many people. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not rise against nation, and they will not learn war anymore. O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. So the light of the Lord, which we celebrate at every Christmas, is a sign of peace for humanity. It saddens me that ever since the Bible told us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem, even as we stand, Jerusalem, Israel is still fighting. And I do ask myself, learning war. And it's not all about Israel, it's about every part of the world. For us to have peace, we must allow the light of Jesus to enter into our soul. Now, that's just a glimpse of who Jesus is. Above all, the light of the world. And the second question is, what is light? But let us just borrow a little knowledge from you. I like to tell people that there is no conflict between science and religion. People do question the story of creation, and they say, if God created man, how do we explain evolution? Or if God created the universe, how do we explain the Big Bang? And I ask them, if you say there is no God, or God did not create the world, who created the Big Bang, and who conditions the Big Bang? Who started the evolution, and who is the origin of evolution? But that is not, we are not going in for any debate between science and religion today. Rather, we are going to borrow from physics a little about light. You see, physics tells us that light is what? Electromagnetic wave that can be perceived by human eyes. And what does that mean? It means that light is something that is real. Light is something that you can perceive. And light is always associated with what? Illumination, associated with enlightenment. And for us to